This is a video testimonial of Illuminating Your Butterfly. I've got Wendy Baraka here with me, who took level 1 and 2. Just a reminder, Illuminating Your Butterfly is a 7-week energy mastery system to get you out of overwhelm and feeling anxious. It fills your toolbox with practical skills that connect you to your energy and protect you from others' energy. The tools in the workshop will make you feel more relaxed, give you more energy, and have relationships that are playful and fun. And you will be able to help others in a loving and compassionate way with these tools. So Wendy and I met officially at a coffee shop, but then we saw each other weekly at trivia for a while. And Wendy actually ruptured her Achilles, and I felt so bad for her, hopping around on crutches, that I was like, we had connected and I knew there was like a vibe, and I was like, by the way, I do energy healing, and if you want like some healing around your Achilles, let me know. And I sent her, because I believe that, there's a emotional, mental aspect to all injuries. Most of the time, I will say like 95%. There's like very, very small percentage of injuries that are purely physical. And so I sent her that information, and I guess that intrigued you. And then we got started on a series of individual calls. And then Wendy went on to take level 1 and then level 2 of Illuminating Your Butterfly. And she just wants to share her experience, her journey, and help anyone else who's thinking about taking it to get on board and, help them with the decision of taking the class. So Wendy, go ahead, introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay, so hi, I am Wendy Baraka, and I live in the Shepherdstown community with my family. I am a mental health worker. I am a social worker by training, so I provide a lot of individual counseling, consultation, and training and professional development in the realm of mental health, which can get very heavy.
Yeah.
I hold space for others on a daily basis, not only in my professional life, but also in my personal life as a pretty solid empath. And I have also historically considered myself to be a pretty strong extrovert, super social, saying yes to a whole lot of things, always wanting to be active and involved with friends and family in the community. So it's no wonder that I feel like I was bound to have something lay me out for a little while, like that Achilles injury. And when you sent me that information on the heel area, and I think what really stood out to me, if I can remember, because it's been so long, but it was significant because it was kind of like about being stuck and about, needing to make some changes. Those are the things that I remember most, but there were other, much more interesting details, and anything, frankly, that you've ever sent me has been really applicable and timely. So that kind of started us on our journey after having so much fun at trivia.
Yes.
So it was natural for me, after that, to be very curious and to want to learn more and explore more, because, I, as someone in the field, and also as someone who has struggled, with anxiety, with overwhelm, with absorbing way too much of the energy around me, I needed some help. So right place, right time.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. In fact, I find myself working with a lot of either counselors, school counselors, teachers, that type of thing. Because it's like a lot of you are empaths and you're like wanting to help. And then you get to a point that you just, like you said, you're like laid up, you get stopped because you're so full of everyone else's energy that you can't find yourself, you're overwhelmed, you injure yourself, you get sick, whatever. And then I think it was like the first time we ever talked and I was able to give you a tool or two to help you put some distance, but the distance is really actually helps both parties, helps you and the other person, so that you can actually have more of a less enmeshed flow of love and compassion and understanding between the two of you, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So you kind of started telling us a little bit about your journey. Is there anything else that you want to share about that? Kind of like, when you realized you were like empathic and like as you moved forward with that.
When I realized I was empathic, I mean, I probably have
sensitive or
yeah. So from an early age, I mean, I really just deeply cared about the people around me and the things that people experienced. I was tuning in to social justice issues at a very young age. I was tuning into recognizing harm and the emotions of other people, and I would find that I would have bodily reactions to intense emotions from others. And it was hard for me if I was having a great day and I would come across somebody who wasn't having a great day to not be affected by that. And it kind of wreaked havoc in a lot of relationships. And so there was, for a long time, this just sort of sense of caring for people and wanting to be helpful. And obviously I learned along the way how to be more productive, but I don't think I ever really learned how to protect my energy and how to separate, my energy and experience from someone else. So I had obviously some practice at boundary setting as I grew more mature and through schooling and life experience. But I really feel like I came into knowing how to be more protective of my energy through my work with you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Totally speaking my language. And like, I think the empath and sensitive language of, especially I think we can all relate to, like, we're having a great day and then all of a sudden we just get hit by something. And sometimes we don't even know what it is or like where it came from or like, who did we just walk by? And yeah, so it looks like what you did was like a little bit of, like you said, it was you came up with things to help you be more productive, but that was like more mental. Whereas I think now you're bringing it down into your body and actually being able to recognize those bodily reactions before they can wreak havoc on your relationships.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. So what were you feeling just like prior to illuminating your butterfly, like maybe a month to 3 months, like around that time, that made you think like I might benefit or I want to take this course?
I was getting upset a lot and short-tempered and feeling a lot of the physical symptoms of anxiety. So, sensations in my chest and in my digestion and feeling just overwhelmed and not really grounded, kind of, really flighty, which that's a good sign that I need some extra self-care, is when I'm like a kite, just sort of
flighty,
at the mercy of the winds of people and things going on around me. So that's how I was feeling.
Yeah. Totally. So overwhelmed, actually not just anxious, but actual physical symptoms of anxiety, and just not feeling grounded, and knowing that you needed some self-care, which then helped you to be able to invest in yourself to take this course. And then when you started the course, what do you think you were looking for out of it? Like, what did you think you were going to get?
I was looking for tools for my toolbox, so to speak. Looking for a better way of staying true to myself, and also being available to others, because I continue to serve. Looking to feel better physically and emotionally. And you mentioned the word playful. Yes, I wanted to be more lighthearted and playful with my children, with my husband, with my friends, with myself.
Totally. Awesome. Beautiful. Yes. Staying true to yourself, serving others, being more playful with your closest loved ones, especially, but then your friends as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And then how do you feel like Illuminating Your Butterfly has changed your life, or have those things come true out of it?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things
that you have now.
I absolutely feel more grounded. And when I don't feel grounded, I pick up on it sooner and can in several ways reground myself really quickly through the techniques that you taught us, through using my breath, visualization, and coming down from my busy mind into my body. And feeling supported, that it's not just me and my friends and my family who are supporting me, but there's other energy that has my back as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I can feel that and own that. I think because of the amount of time that I was able to learn and practice these skills in the workshop in between sessions. Because you gave us homework and suggestions, and that was really helpful. And I was able to commit, to the practices that I especially found to be the most beneficial for me. And there wasn't anything that I learned that wasn't useful. It was all really inspiring and creative and fun. It's like, I do feel like I am also more even keeled. Certainly there are things that tick me off. Yes, I'm a human being. There are things that rock my boat, and I get irritated, but I recover quicker because I know that it's temporary. And I also feel like I've been able to use these tools to recognize that I can hang out with my emotions, and I can feel deeply, and I can cry when I need to cry, and I can be angry when I need to be angry. And that, there's a beginning, there's a middle, and an end. And it fits. It fits so well with other tools that I've had in my toolbox that I've, gained from, other ways learning and growing too. So it just such a I've loved walking this path with you.
Me
7 years
too.
again.
Yay. I do want to say, like, every time you and I had a session or we did stuff in this workshop and I gave you homework, you freaking did the homework. And like, when we would meet again, I would look at you and be like, oh my God, like she really shifted. Like you really, like every time we talked, you almost just like totally transformed and updated yourself. Like you did so awesome. Like I feel like you're like, I don't want to say like the poster child for like doing your homework, like the stuff that I suggest. But you really shifted. And so like every time we talked, we were able to move to that next level with you, which was so much fun. And to like see how the shifts actually worked of like the intuitive suggestions that came through me to you and that you actually did them and they like really worked.
Well, not only did I do them, but they were so spot on. Like you said things that I knew were tailored for me that
Exactly.
you know, most people would never know to say.
Mm-hmm. What comes out of
Intuition is strong. It's so strong. And yeah, there were some things that I'll never forget that just totally, like the one day I think I came over and did an individual healing, and you had said that I was strong enough to be gentle, and that just like rocked my world. And really the shift from that was that, you know, I can have strong feelings. I can be upset. I can communicate what I need, but I don't have to do it in an aggressive way in order to be heard. And when I am more gentle with myself, then I'm more gentle with others. And that's a gift. That's a huge gift.
I've got chills.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Yes, you can be strong and be gentle. There you go. Oh my God, I love it. I love all of it, Wendy. You feel more even keeled. You're aware of when you're off and able to use your tools to get you back on, back centered. You're aware of the support that's around you now. Like we talk about earth energy, we talk about guides, other spirit energy around you, the divine, whatever you want to call the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, group consciousness. There's a support of that. And I love that you can tap in and feel that now. And I love that you said, like, I can hang out with my emotions. Like, hey, we're just going to hang out for a little while, have some tea, watch a movie. I love that. It's so cute. But so true, because you can just like, okay, I see you. You're there. You don't always have to do something about it. And you can just feel them and, you know, then they're gone or they lighten up when you pay attention and just let them be. So amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, of course. And then also, yes, I love too that you say like the homework and the information that I gave you is specifically tailored to you. It is exactly what I want to get out there. Is like, sometimes I feel like it's hard to explain what I do because it is so personal. Like I tap into your energy, use my intuition, use my own guides, and I feel in to the message that needs to come to you on that day. And so just because that's a message that you need to hear on that day, the very next person that I see doesn't need that same message. And so I feel into the message for them. And so, yeah, everything I do is totally personalized and individual. So thank you for, you know, putting that out there too. And then who would you write the workshop? Like what type of person, or what do you think, like somebody who is feeling a certain way, or any thoughts around that?
I'd say, I've already recommended it to many people. And usually the people that I'm recommending it to are also empathic, are also feeling overwhelmed and having a hard time managing their stress. They might be, suffering an illness or suffering a major life transition. And if I don't necessarily know whether or not someone would be open to this, I just speak to my experience when I feel like I want to share. And I think that's my intuition coming up and saying, maybe if I share something that's worked for me, it might make someone curious and they know that they can ask me more questions, and then I can, recommend you, and or just sort of honor that really staying open and tuning in and learning the skills to be more embodied, to be more empowered. Who can't benefit from that?
Yes, I agree. But
yeah.
Wonderful. Yes, that's exactly it. Beautiful. And I really appreciate you recommending me. I know you recommended me to a few different people now. And then is there anything else at all that like you feel like you want to share or say that didn't get covered in these questions?
I don't know. I guess feeling like authentic, is probably been another benefit, is to just recognizing that, we're all a gift. And I really feel like illuminating your butterfly is really truly illuminating our gifts. And so, it is something that I will cherish and continue to use. And I know that we'll continue to stay connected. And I just thank you for this opportunity, to answer questions about it, because I don't know, sometimes we keep these little gems to ourselves. Like we have growth that happens or interventions that we receive, because there's a lot of stigma sometimes around like mental health or energy work. And really it's amazing and it's expansive, and I want to share. And so thank you for giving me the opportunity to share.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh yes, beautiful. Illuminating your gifts. I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and your care and your answers and sharing some of your personal experiences and just your transition, like before, during, after. I know this will help a lot of people make a decision that's right for them in taking this workshop. So thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Much love.